What's up, guys? What's up? Hope you guys welcome to the Monday stream. Um, Hope you guys had a good weekend. Uh, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. Um, okay, I think we're gonna have a good stream, like always. I believe. Let's get into it. So, if you guys are not new to my content, I've said this plenty of times before. Dating for women is easy. It is. Women actually make it hard. So here's the thing. Excuse me. There are always men out there that will want them, right? That will want women. I've said this before. No matter if the woman is ugly, pretty, um, old, young, whatever, there will always be men out there that will want them. So why is it so hard? Why are women still on the dating market? It's because women make it hard. Because, like I've said this before, they are attracted to or they attract terrible men, or they're hard to deal with. And hard to deal with could be a wide range of things. And attracted to terrible men could be a wide range of things, like I don't know, cheaters, liars, the players, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, things like that. She could be attracted to those. She could attract those. Hard to deal with is like standards, or crazy. This is the thing. I'm all for anyone having standards and preferences, but does it actually match your reality? So for me, if my standard is a supermodel, does that actually match my? Does it actually match my reality? Does it actually match my life? Not really. Okay. So really, me having a standards or a preference for a supermodel doesn't make sense. And that's the thing. When a lot of women's standards or preferences don't make sense. And a lot of times also it don't add or doesn't create a long lasting stable relationship. Let's say this. Wanting a 6 foot man or a 6 foot man or above. Aesthetically pleasing, I guess, to them, but that does not make a loyal man, him being 6 foot. And kind of in controversial, it could make him actually not that loyal, because again, a lot of women desire men that are really tall. So men that are really tall have a lot of options. So it could make him not as loyal as women would like. So that is the gist. But we'll talk about more than that. The women's delusions, the hypocrisies, the things that seems like when dating, because you gotta flip it on on the other side. Dating for men is not easy. It is not. Um, Men can ask as many girls as they want. It don't mean that they will get a yes, right? Yes to the date. Let alone if she even, interested him after the first date. Because for women, it is easy because men will flock to women. Most men find most women attractive, while most women find most men unattractive. So again, it's just different kind of world. So with dating in mind, with that idea in mind, let's get started. All right, like always, let's get started with a Kendra G video. So let's check this one out.
You live?
I live in Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain is Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stone Mountain. Do you have any kids?
Yep, I have three.
3 kids. How old are your 3 kids?
21, 15, and 7.
Okay. How old are you, Jamisha?
37.
37. What you do for a living?
I'm a bartender right now, and I do.
37. Her first child she had at 16. She has 3 kids. Okay.
Here also.
Bartender does hair. Are all your kids by the same man?
Yep.
Okay. You ever been married?
No.
Here's the thing. Like I said, women make dating hard. Women choose terrible men. She gave this man, this one man, 3 kids. She never required marriage throughout those years, right? Throughout the whole process, never required marriage. So marriage should be off the table. But here's the thing: you chose that man. You gave 3 kids to this man. You did. Here's the thing: what women don't understand how men would think. You chose this man. You gave your body to this man. You gave your years to this man. You after giving your body to this man, you still thought this man was worthy or good, right? Worth committing to. So you stayed with him. You gave him years of your youth. So after the first child, you still thought him was worth staying with, worth giving more kids to. You gave him a second child. Still, what's up? What's up, Alv? What's up? Hope you had a good day. Yeah. You still thought he was worth giving more children to. So you gave him a second child. And then you gave him a third child. Then he's not worth it. It does not make sense to men that you give these type of men so much and then it fails. It fails. So you gave these men the most prized thing you can give a man: your body, your youth, your womb. So what do you think the next man will get? Everything used, everything not even worth that while.
No. Okay. Why didn't y'all get married?
We met in high school, and I guess as we got adults, we were just like 2 different people. He's Muslim, I'm Christian. It just eventually didn't work out.
Eventually, you gave him 3 kids. Who cares if you were in high school? It's like you made it work throughout 3 kids. This is the absurdity of women, right? The absolute absurdity of so many women. We were young. Okay, you're young. Just have sex with them. No, we were young. I gave him a kid. Then I gave him another kid. Then I gave him another kid. I gave him years of my youth. Blame it on being young. Throughout those years, you didn't stop. So that's why men don't see the logic in that.
Okay. So is Jamisha your name?
Jamise.
Jamise, my apologies. Jamise, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 37. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries Pisces cusp, March 21st.
Aries, Pisces, cusp. Mine of 3 kids, all by the same man, is a bartender and a hairstylist. What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Right now, I'm looking for a Christian, very much into religion right now at this part of my life. And I just want somebody on that page, somebody that is family oriented.
And this is the ridiculousness of it. So when she was young, she was a Christian, and the man that she gave children to was a Muslim. So really, it wasn't that important to her because she had 3 children out of wedlock, never required marriage from this man, continued to deal with this man. So her religion was never important to her. But here's what man sees. Now that after she's older, used up, because this is the thing, she gains trauma over time. The baggage, the walls, all this shit. So she's all used up, all trauma filled, having 3 kids. Okay? Now she's wanting to be strict religion. She wants a man that's strict religion. It's like, this is another reason, another showing why a lot of men have given up on religion because women are using religion as a crux, as pretty much a fake whatever, right? Because women are just using religion as some kind of prop, because then it don't make sense. After you chose not to follow in the teachings of God, but now that you are used up later in your years, now you are strict in how you want to follow the words of God. That's the thing where men are fed up with.
That can kind of guide me and my kids into a more positive direction. And
Okay.
also looking for marriage right now.
Looking for marriage.
Mhm.
What are your deal breakers?
Ah, drugs, drinking, the need to be in the club or on the scene all the time. I don't like that. Um, Someone who doesn't take care of their children. Um, Most other things I can kind of work around.
Okay. Now you already kind of said it, but I'm just gonna ask this question directly because this is what some of the people will say in the comment section. Well, why didn't you marry the man you had 3 kids with?
Mm-hmm.
What were your responses?
Like I said, we grew up together and he stayed 15 when I met him. He still does not have a job, never had one in the entire relationship. It was just time to go. Like I tried. We were engaged.
Never had a, still 15 throughout the whole relationship. Never had a job. This is what I'm talking about, where women are attracted to terrible men. This is the thing. Women like this bring their trauma, their hate, their baggage onto the next man. I don't even blame this deadbeat man that she chose to give children to. Because why? Because no, she didn't just give him one child. She gave him 3. This is why a lot of men can't. They cannot hold men accountable. Why? Why can't they hold men accountable? Because women like this takes away the accountabilities. Takes away the consequences. Because here's the thing. A man that is immature, can't hold down a job, doesn't even have a job for years on end, right? Because she said she's in her 37. He's probably what, in his 30s and still have not a job and still immature. Well, that type of man would, you would think, right? You would think, as us logical men, you would think that type of man would not be able to reproduce, right? Because he is bottom barrel man. He's a bottom barrel man. Okay, that type of man would not get any play, would not get any chance to reproduce. But hey, look at that. He got a chance to reproduce get 3 kids out of this woman. So how can a man hold these men accountable? How can men hold deadbeat dads accountable, terrible men accountable, street thugs accountable, terrible men accountable, when women will lay with these men, give kids to these men? Because you think about this. There are nerds, geeks, engineers, tech guys. You know, they're not maybe attractive or they're probably awkward, but they're stable, they're loving, they're loyal. No matter, there are a range of these men. Those men aren't reproducing. Those men are not hitting it well with women. So that's the insanity of it.
During that time, but eventually I had to just go be with someone, try to find someone better that could be a man in the family.
Okay. All right. Any more deal breakers?
Unemployment. Yeah.
So he still doesn't work to this day?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. Does not help at all. So.
Okay. Should the guy look a certain way?
No.
You don't care about that?
No.
All right. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
I would hope that he would be, self-sufficient at least. I'm gonna say like at least 70 or 80K, somewhere up in there.
At least 70 or 80K. Should
Hmm.
he be in Atlanta?
Still above average man, right? Not making 100K, but average men make 50K. 50K, that's average men, right? That's the medium average for men. 70 and 80K is still above average. Here's a woman that's 37, 3 kids by a terrible man, asking marriage from you, and you making above average money. It's like, this is the thing. This is the thing what men see. You're asking more of a man from the next man than you did from the man you gave your body to, your youth to, and 3 children to. This is the thing, right? That's the thing where men see that it don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. This is the problem. Your standards rise as your value decreases. What is a man getting out from this? What is he getting from this? Trauma, baggage, older, right? She's older. 3, 4, including herself, other mouths to support. It just...
Well, Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Not necessarily, but somewhere close. Maybe
What?
Florida or something like that.
What's the age range you would date?
35 to 55.
35 to 55. Okay. 35 to 55. So is Jamise?
Yes.
Jamise. So we got Jamise, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 37. Mine are 3 kids. Could the guy have kids?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want more children?
No.
No. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam. Woo, see this body. Woo, you ain't got no waist.
Yeah.
You look good.
Thank you.
When was your last relationship, Jamise?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm gonna say like 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Being impatient, being too masculine sometimes, like wanting to do everything on my own. And I could be judgmental sometimes.
To be judgmental sometimes. Okay. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I think because I am 37 right now, and I recently embarked on a religious journey. I want to be married. I've already done everything so far. I just kind of want to settle down right now, and I know what I want. So I'm not like, on the scene. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I just stay home with my kids and, just live life that way. And so I think that the right person could really appreciate that.
So let me
They will appreciate that you stay home with your kids. How does that make him lucky? It's like, it doesn't make sense. How does that make the man lucky to have you? Because you stay home with your kids.
ask you this because you brought it up earlier. I'm just curious. Are you practicing celibacy to marriage?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, you are. So since 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the man watching should know that unless you get married, sex is not an option.
Right.
Ooh, girl, you know that's gonna be one.
Yeah. No doubt that's wild. 6 months ago, you gave your body to another man that didn't make the cut. Or that you didn't do the same rules to. So now the next man, he has to make above average earning. Okay? He has to marry you. He has to accept the past, right? Your past. 3 kids, older. He has to accept all that. He has to give you more, okay, than what other men have given you. He has to accept more and give you more than other men have given you. And he won't get it until marriage. And here's the thing. There's no guarantee you will get it when you want it. It's like this is the thing with women. They did it's probably cap. Because here's a woman that like yeah, she's probably just it's just kind of disgusting. It's really just kind of disgusting in my opinion. I just think that what's so lucky? Why is that man being lucky being with this woman? There's absolutely nothing lucky about it.
I mean, like if I can kind of tell that the relationship is headed in that way, and at least like that's his intention, I'm sure, we
Listen,
men.
I'm not here to I don't really deep dive in religious beliefs because I know people I respect everybody's belief, right? And I have no desire to challenge anybody when it comes to their religious beliefs. So I don't even go down that lane. What you believe is your right, and I believe in that. But I've been hosting the show for 4 years, and I know what they're gonna say. I know what they're gonna say. Now, maybe it could be one or two things. It could be an easy way to weed through the men who are options. You can look at it like that. But this is what men will say. They will say you're a mom of 3, and now you want me your baby daddy doesn't even work. So you want me to be this amazing man and still wait to have sex with you until our wedding night, but you gave 3 kids to a man that you didn't have that requirements for, and you're already saying you don't want to have any more children. So if he wanted kids, well, I guess he wouldn't be the man for you. So listen, I'm not a man, right? So this ain't for me.
He wouldn't be the man for you.
I think a lot of women.
But this is the thing. You made your pool even smaller. This is the thing with a lot of women, right? They said, okay, if this man doesn't accept my children, he's not the man for me. If he doesn't accept my standards, he's not the man for me. Okay, yeah, he's not the man for you. But here's the thing. These men that are not for you, you just made your pool smaller. Even smaller. So less and less men are for you. Yet, women like this will still have sex with men that don't meet those standards. Right? This is why men just like they go crazy with that shit, right? Because they see the hypocrisy, they see the delusion. 6 months ago, she gave her body to a man that supposedly didn't meet her standards because they're not in a relationship. So that's why it doesn't make sense. It never makes sense with how women think and act.
Understand women when they go through this change and process, right? But I'm just preparing you. That is what is going to be said.
Yeah, I could see that. It will probably be more than likely be said by somebody who's not on the same path as me, because I think somebody religious would already kind of be thinking the same way, honestly.
I do suggest this, and I say this often. If try to find people when you want these church events. I know you're there for the Lord, but keep one eye open for an option too, child. Because I think people with strong religious beliefs, you got to be in those circles, because there's some worldly people who sex until marriage will never make sense to you, right? So you need to get within that group of people so find your tribe. Hold on, we got a paid question. Fabulous Faces says, why do y'all think because you've been through some things, you shouldn't want better for yourself? Your past doesn't define you. Get your man, girl. So she sided with you.
Your past does define you, right? It defines what type of person you are. It may not be 100%. I mean, people can change. I do agree, but again, your past does. It's a big part of you. This is the thing with women, right? They will put this logic out. If it's for women, imagine if it was a man that said, "Oh, I've cheated in every single my relationship. I've cheated in every single my relationship." But hey, let's say I'm 6 foot, I make 6 figures, right? I'm good looking. Would you want to be with me? Women would absolutely say no. Why? Why? The past is in the past. The past doesn't define you, right? If he cheated in every relationship, it doesn't mean that he's going to continue to cheat, does it? Does it? And this is the thing with men see. This is the disgustingness. Women think that they can F up their past, and then a man will accept them however they are in the present, and believe however they will be in the future. There is no guarantee how you'll be in the future. There isn't. I mean, maybe they would. I mean, would I be surprised, right? Would I be surprised? They will probably date him, like Alfie said, but will they complain? Will they say, "Oh man, this man cheated on me. I didn't even know. I can't believe it," right? Women are so irrational. It just doesn't make sense with them.
There were a lot of good comments. This one said, "You damn sure look good for 3 children. Let's make another. Put me on child support." L-double-I said, L-double-I be flirting with all these women that come on my show, child. But he said you can put him on child support. So is your child's father on child support?
Yes, but I've never gotten it, so.
You never got it. Okay.
No.
Jihande said, "Damn, you knew him before having kids with him. You should have just stayed with him. VC, it's over, son. You're done." Dave Chappelle voice. I don't get VC. Listen, I'm not. Listen, we're not God, right? So we can't say what's over for anybody. And I mean, she's inhaling and exhaling it. And first of all, y'all do know that getting a relationship is a bonus in life. You should be happy with or without somebody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna subscribe to anybody being done because none of us are God. And what God, period. Now, I am going to be honest with you and tell you what men will say, but none of us are in any position to say anything is over for any single person. All right, let's do it. You gave me your age range?
Yes, 35 to 55.
Wait, okay, what are people saying? Keon said, KG said it, but damn it, I reiterated, 3 kids to a shitty man, and I'm supposed to wait. Can I get it from another woman while I wait on you?
No.
No.
And listen, I wouldn't bother because again, that's cheating. But here's the thing. So women, what do you expect? This is the thing with women, right? If you want quality, you should vet. And vetting takes time. So if she wants to stick to her guns, marriage won't happen within the year. It shouldn't, right? Because you want to really want to vet your partner. So you want a man to be in a relationship, because here's the thing. Do you want to not pay for dates? Like you going 50-50? Women seem to gloss over what men will contribute and what he will get. So is he not paying? He doesn't need to pay for dates, right? He doesn't need to put in a whole lot of effort besides getting to know you. Because I think that's cap. Because he will definitely have to pay for dates, do for whatever. Yeah, this is ridiculous. But he would definitely have to put in the effort and get what? Because again, there's no guarantees. So it don't mean that if the man takes the time and effort into getting to know this woman, he will get towards the marriage. So he could be wasting his time and effort. This is the thing where women they don't care about men's time and effort.
That's why you're going to have to, listen, I know my men, and that's what they're going to say. So you got to find a guy who's on his own walk, his own journey, who's also in agreement of celibacy to marriage, because yeah, this is what the men are gonna say in the comment section.
But-
and you
But if he was, look at this, right? Here's the thing where women don't understand. If he's, so he has to be exactly the same situation as her. As in, he had his kids and all this stuff, and now he's suddenly very devout Christian. So, and now on a celibacy journey. Later on in his life, which I think is, you're making the pool even smaller, because that sounds very doubtful, right? A man that's been there, done that, right? He has his kids. Now he's on a celibacy journey later on in his life. Because here's the thing. If he didn't have his kid, if he was truly on a celibacy, he is truly waiting until marriage. He didn't have kids. Well, he's not going to be able to have kids with her because she doesn't want anymore. So it's just, and then if he's strict, it's just, this woman is not really, she doesn't follow the word of God like that.
have a great body, right?
Thank you.
Like you're in shape. You have a great body, and I'm not even telling you.
Her body's useless if you don't sleep with it. What is it for? It's like, who cares if she could be absolutely horrendous, but if you don't sleep with if you don't get to use that body, what does it matter?
That you should be passing it out like that. I'm just telling you what the energy you're gonna hear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the energy you're gonna hear. All right. Was that? Let's see. I think I read that one. Okay. What does it say? Do you want the rest of these questions? I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, a person that believes in God would have gotten married before having kids. That is the correct way to do life and family.
Can I say that I was 15? So I'm sorry, but I was 15. You know, I did a lot of things when I was younger, but I'm growing.
Again, yes, you're 15 when you had your first child. You weren't 15 when you had your third child.
She's growing. Okay.
Mhm.
She's growing. Q La QE said, you described an above average man. Why should he choose you over a woman with no children?
Did I? You think I did?
Well, you want him to make 70 to 80K.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a height preference?
No.
No. Well, I feel like people say 70, 80K because they feel like 100K you get attacked, right? Well, I don't know. Here's the deal. I don't want to do statistics, right? Because we could do that all day, and that's what people go. Hold on a second. What people go through. But let's just ask this question. Do you know a lot of men that make your salary range that try to date you?
Not necessarily to try to date me, but just in general, I think so.
But that's all that matters because you want to get married. So you might have friends, but then I would say this though, if you have friends that make your salary range and that you desire, have conversations with them and ask them, what do they like? You know, I think, listen, this could be educational moments, enlightening moments. People run down statistics all day long, but forget the statistics because everybody's life is individual. Everybody's experience is individual. Like in some people's lives, the 6 feet man who makes a lot of money is average in a person's life. So take all that out. Let's just talk about your life. And this is individual.
This is the thing. In your personal life, 6 foot man making 6 figure is average. That's ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. Because if he's average, he will be every man you make contact with. Every single man. It's not average. This is the thing where women think that their circle means is a good representation of the world. Unless you know hundreds to thousands of people, it's not a good representation. Most women know 10, 20, maybe 30 men, right? I mean, unless you know hundreds of men. Yeah, it's not an average, right? It's not an average.
Are the type of men you describe, do you find that they're trying to date you? And then that will let you know if you're asking for something out of your reach,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Honestly, anytime I leave the house, a lot of men do approach me.
Girl, you have a body.
Yeah, but outside of that, like, to be honest, I've really just been a homebody. I was in that relationship for 16 years where I didn't really venture out. I don't go out. As I said, I don't really go to clubs or anything like that. I go to work and I come home. So this is outside of my norm to even just put myself out there. Um, but that may be one of the reasons I don't have a lot of interactions with people really, but I'm trying to change that. As far as the salary range, I just put that out there because honestly I make that. It takes that to maintain my household, and the only thing that I said
Yeah, you're 4 mouths. There's 4 mouths to feed.
that the man had to have was just to be God fearing and be able to sustain himself, um which I feel it may take about that amount. So that's kind of why I said that. I didn't really know that was above average. If that's the case, then I'm above average.
She said, if that's the case, she above average. That's
Now, here's the thing. She may be financially above average. Great. Men don't care. Men don't ask for women that make whatever. Men will just want a woman that has a job, right? She's sustaining her own life. Men don't care how much you make to sustain that life. So really, that don't make you above average in the dating market. This is the thing. This is the part of it's in the dating market. Yes, you're above average in earning. Great. That don't make you above average in the dating market because men don't ask for how much you make. Men, I've never heard, I mean, personally, I've never heard men ask, oh, I want a woman that makes 6 figures. What?
what it is. All right. How do you pronounce your name again?
Jamise.
Jamise.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
I'm not. No.
Okay, you gotta download the app and get your profile going so they can reach out to you.
Okay.
Wait, I think LII got a crush on you. What did he say? Let me see. I think this one got a crush on you because he said, "Don't worry about the cousins. I'm your children. Step, pappy. Believe it will even get to the chat to help take care of the kids. We a village over here with your fine self." No,
Thank
you're
you.
attractive. I mean, you have a body. I think you're an attractive girl. So
Thank
I can
you.
see you getting energy. It's the right energy you want, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want the right energy, not just a man that want to play with your body because you attractive. You want
Yeah.
the man that wants to invest in you. So yeah. All right. So
She's not, I mean, again, yeah, she's attractive, right? Men, attraction is number one for men. So it's just, is it worth it? Again, she doesn't, her personality doesn't seem hard, right? She doesn't seem withered or attitude, stuff like that. So it's weighing your options, right? She does have standards that are ridiculous for where she's at, but again, her personality, how she comes off, right? I'm not saying that I've seen so many women, Kendra G women, singles, whatever, that are so annoying, so hard to deal with, so chaotic, right? Just their personality alone. Here's a woman, I don't necessarily get that vibe that her personality is chaotic. Now, her life, three small, I mean, I forgot. Well, I saw one small kid, but 3 kids, that's chaotic, but I mean, there are some men that can deal with it, especially older men. So that might be a little bit, not a bad thing. So it's not impossible. It's just, this is the thing where there are consequences to your actions, right? So I really wish women actually think things through. Women don't, especially when it comes to dating. It's like, you know what? It's weird. when it comes to dating, that's the one thing women really don't think through. They think through their career, they think through making money, right? Anything about money, education. But when it comes to dating, they put like absolutely zero brain cells into dating. And it's like, to be honest, it is very important. So I just think it's weird. I really think it's weird, but I don't know. What do you guys think? All right. Okay. So I wanted to check out these Pink Book lesson videos. So yeah, I wanted to react to them. So again, this is Pink Book lessons. I like her. You know, I've seen plenty of her videos. So I wanted to check this video out, right? So let's react to this.
When she hit that last shot, the building just exploded. It was awesome.
How does 60 feel on you?
Well, my knees some days. I'm not gonna lie, my knees some days be like, okay, let's go get us some little help right there, some shots or something. But I'm so comfortable in the skin.
You could tell, by the way.
Feel it. You're also killing it. I mean, it feels like your career has, if anything, picked up.
Correct.
What is that? Like, what is that?
I never expected this chapter of my life to be so booked, busy, and blessed. Literally in that order.
Vivica A. Fox, it's definitely true that she's been booked and busy. Now, being booked and busy doesn't always mean profitable or making a lot of money, but I have to say modern women are really good at making it look like it is. And this really wasn't a thing, let's say 50 years ago. You didn't have a bunch of senior citizens working anywhere besides the occasional Salvation Army bell ringer or the old school Walmart senior citizen door greeter. But these days we have a lot of baby boomers working at 65 and even 70 years old. Some retired but had to come out of retirement because they can't afford to live on Social Security. The cost of living is just crazy these days. That's definitely a huge problem as the senior silver tsunami is making its way throughout the country, where over the next 2 to 3 decades, a lot of changes will happen in this country on so many levels, with the baby boomers transitioning to their later years as the silent generation dwindles away. Vivica Fox is one of the younger baby boomers. Her age group is the last of the baby boomer era. And one thing I can say is Vivica is living a seemingly drama-free life. I like that part. At least if you're going to be single, don't involve children and end up with all this baby mama, baby daddy drama and broken homes. Vivica did not create a broken home, and you can tell she's stress-free. Honestly, looking at her, I do not see a face of a worried woman here, but I do, however, see signs of a lonely woman. Dating at 60 years old, I don't see the fun and excitement in that. Most people at this age, they're growing old with their longtime wife or their longtime husband, and when their spouse passed away, that's it for them, but they find other hobbies. No one is expecting a bunch of senior citizens to be on a dating app. So when Vivica said she's not getting on a dating app, I was like, okay, I don't blame you. That would be crazy.
Thank you,
Let's
sweetheart.
talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
Yes.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
Why? You're just not into
I'm
it.
old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that, because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, Vivica is still old school in that sense, but still talking about dating and being single at 60 years old.
I've said this before. As women age, they should not still be in the dating market. Vivica A. Fox, in her prime, she was prime. I admit, right? No cap. She was amazing in her prime. But it's like, seriously. I mean, it's not. There's nothing worth it anymore. There's nothing worth it. I mean, like, I'm sorry, you're not getting the beauty. I've never dated women that old, so I don't know how the sex life is. So there's very little upside to it. So she's in her 60s, unless she's wanting a man in her 70s, in his 70s or 80s or I don't know, 90s, whatever, then okay, but it's like she's in her 60s. I don't know a man that's in his 60s, maybe at the same caliber, right? Financially caliber as her, would find that worth it.
Wow. Now, being in her situation, I do understand that she's not out here trying to get swindled or catfished, which is why she should have had a man 3-4 decades ago. I mean, the dating gap is probably the best and worst thing to ever happen in modern dating, depending on who you're talking to. For people into hookup culture, well, it may be the best for them, but everything else about it, in time, as we reflect back on the introduction of these apps, we're going to find that they were more detrimental. It's really pathetic at this point. Like women nearly 60 years old out here single and desperately screaming for attention. Take the legendary Toni Braxton, for example. I don't know, Toni Braxton, she's having a crisis or something, attempting to thirst trap on social media at her big old age.
And you got to think about this. I've said this at the beginning of the stream. And it's the title of the stream. Dating is easy for women. It is easy. So, when dating is so easy for women, why are they still on the dating market? Why are they still trying to find a man? Because, I've said this countless times, they are attracted to terrible men that dealt with terrible men, right? Or they're hard to deal with. And hard to deal with is like, most likely, Vivica has the standards that she has when she was in her prime. She still has those standards in her beyond past the wall, right, stage. She still most likely have those standards. That's the thing where you make yourself hard to deal with. Now, this is the thing. To be honest, if she dealt with them, if she would be fine with a man that makes just a senior citizen that makes average living, or he's retired, right? He's not in the entertainment industry. He's like normal, pure. He's like nothing. I mean, like there's nothing, celebrity or whatever about him. Then maybe she could, right? But it's like, I guarantee you, women like this, especially when they were good looking really good looking in their prime, it will be hard for them to lose their standards when they're well past their prime, because they hold on to that delusion.
Posting like she's Young Miami or Meg Thee Stallion, one of the 20-something-year-old girls. And of course, they could never advise younger women because they're still out in the field looking for the same attention from the same guys in the pool for the younger women. So a couple of weeks ago, Vivica, she was on one of the television morning shows promoting a movie. The movie was a flop. No one watched it. In that interview, she talked about how she was turning 60 this summer, and the whole topic of dating came up.
What are you looking for at this stage, this point?
A partner.
Yeah.
And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun. Yeah. That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yeah. Here's that strong black woman, Ms. Andrews' talking point that her generation started.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Gonna let me go shopping.
Yeah.
Basically, she's looking for a man who's gonna spend all his.
Let her go shopping. She can make her. She has her own money. No, spend that man's money. You're kidding me. You're 60, and you still have the delusion of spending men's money. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is why, right? Women like this have ruined younger generations. It's like you're 60. This is the thing. Why women say, "Oh, I'm not gonna be like that." This is a perfect image of what you'll be like. She is a representation of how modern women, these young women in their 20s to 30s, will turn into. Still thinking that you want to spend men's money in your 60s, and it's like ridiculous.
Money on her. This is why initially you had these older women propping up Young Miami and talking about how smart she was because Diddy was giving her a monthly allowance and she was spending up his money. By the way, they forgot what they promoted to these young girls. But here's a 60-year-old woman wanting to be treated like a sugar baby. My thing is, if you're so booked and busy and you're making all this money, why are you still looking for a man to take care of you?
Yes.
I feel like you just spoke it into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you just
spoke. And I'm taking applications.
Oh,
so if you got a friend.
Okay.
I'm good.
We'll be all.
And I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. And you know that too.
Okay. Vivica's gonna stick around. She's laying down the law.
She's laughing, but she's serious. Now, if all of this isn't pathetic enough, let me show you in real time how they try to play like they're all about women empowerment. Watch how they continue to sabotage younger women.
And we're back with Vivica A. Fox, and since she plays a judge in her new film, and not another church movie, we thought it'd be kind of fun to have her put on a robe and weigh in on some trending topics. It's our series, All Rise for Judge Vivica.
Okay,
That's
so,
right, girl.
Vivica, we are going to give you a topic.
Okay.
And then you're going to just have to give us your ruling. Are you for it? Are you against it?
Okay.
Okay, the first one.
First up.
Hot girl summer. Summer is coming.
Yes.
Are you for or against having a hot girl summer, meaning dating around?
No attachments, just doing you.
No attachments? Wowzers, that sounds fun. I mean, I'm single and ready to mingle, so I'm for it.
You're for a hot girl
For it.
summer.
Do you not see this is why the younger generation of women are how they are. You're single and ready to mingle in your 60s. Do you not understand that that's why, right? The hot girl summer thing, not settling down, right? Dealing with many men in your youth. And this is how you, that is exactly what Vivica, right, was doing in her youth. And now, in her 60s, she's still dating. She's still in the dating market. Where's the wisdom? Where's the wisdom in this, right? This is what I said, right? At least men can mentor other men, because actually men will impart actual wisdom, sound wisdom, logical wisdom. Women will just keep you suffering. Women will keep you, because women love misery. Company loves misery, right? That's the saying. Women don't want you better than them. That's it. Women don't want you stealing the potential men that they can take. So, hey, yeah, date a whole bunch of men. Go ahead. Sleep with a whole bunch of men. So you can be less valuable. It's like, where's the wisdom of your years? You're 60. And yet you are stupid as when you were 24.
For a hot girl summer.
Girl, you're gonna
Listening to a bunch of senior citizens talk about hot girl summer, it's just crazy. Especially when Vivica, she's had about 50 hot girl summers by now. And where did that get her? On daytime television, talking about being single and ready to mingle at 60 years old.
gonna be hitting 60 in the summer. Me too. It's gonna be hot.
Y'all
Yes.
need to do a joint birthday party.
I'm telling you, when I come to New York.
Let's come. Let's do it. I'll do
Yes.
it. All right, here we go. This is the next one. Finding love on reality TV.
Huh.
Okay, now, you know, there have been a lot of these bachelor couples who've split up, including the last one, the Golden Bachelor.
I was rooting for them.
I know.
Yeah.
Too
Do you
bad.
think it's possible to find love on a reality show?
No, the only person you'll meet on there is an opportunist and somebody trying to use you. But hey, what can I say? These AARP 304s, they're looking for somebody to swindle, and they're so old now they're getting swindled.
Are you for or against that?
I'm open to it because I think the only way, we got to get out there.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is that I'm too picky, but we got to get out there and
60 single and picky, you gotta love it.
date and
Yes.
explore, try new horizons. So I'm for it.
For it. All
For
right.
it.
I
Let's-
like- This is a good one right here.
Okay.
Solo vacations. So summer's around the corner.
Yes.
There's time that you can just spend time on you. What do you think? Would Vivica A. Fox ever go on a vacation solo?
I have, and I absolutely
What was it like?
love it. Because I'm a spa junkie.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody got to rub on me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to rub on me. So, yeah, I love. I went to like an island and just kind of chilled out, got massages, did the whole like drinking good juices and stuff like that.
Because that's the one tricky part, meals alone.
Fine.
Yeah.
I eat alone all the time.
Yeah.
You don't eat by yourself?
I do. I actually don't have I mean, now I have kids, so I don't. But
Yeah.
I used to love.
Yeah.
I think you just said earlier you've really figured out how to be happy
Yes,
alone.
well,
I
I feel like
have.
that's the first step.
Yes, I've
Yeah.
had seasons of shedding. I was sharing
Yes.
that
Yeah.
with
I
you.
like that.
So I don't have a problem. I'm all for a solo vacation.
It's like literally impart no wisdom. So your basic imparting of wisdom is be selfish. Think about yourself. Have fun. Think about yourself. And here is what a lot of men are talking about. That when men are talking about that, right, that road, right, being selfish, thinking about yourself, having fun in your youth. Men, when men talk about that shit, this is what men see. It will lead to this road right here. It will lead to you being single in your 60s and still saying, oh, I'm dating, I'm having, I'm ready to mingle, right? Sending applications. This is what men talk about. Men don't take, they don't just take shit out of from thin air. Men see this shit. They see that these women they're this age and they're still looking for a man. This is the thing. If you are so comfortable with yourself, why change it? Stay alone. She should have said, no, I'm not dating. I'm not looking for a man. Because you are fine with eating by yourself, traveling by yourself, being by yourself. You're fine with it. That's it. You're happy. You're happy. But no, these women are lying. They're not. Now, yes, they can make momentary happiness, right? But that will fade. That fades, right? That the initial, oh, I'm trying something new. Boom. I'm trying something new on my own. That shit fades. But no, they want to put that exterior where I'm happy. I'm enjoying life. Well, then enjoy life. Continue to enjoy your life. Your single life. Your life being alone.
Love it.
But somewhere warm, though.
Yes, I agree.
So I come back with the tag.
I just can't. Hoda is pathetic too, by the way. But this whole thing about going on solo vacations, the solo dating, it's sounding a lot like Taraji P. Henson. It's sounding a lot like Angie Martinez. The misandrist culture, the strong woman culture, the I don't need a man culture. This is what it produced. Young lady.
Any woman that says, I don't need no man, and yet you're still on the dating market is absolutely absurd to me. That you're happy being single, you're happy being alone, you're happy traveling alone, eating alone, all that stuff. Why change it? I never understand when women say that they're happy, okay? Happy being alone. Why change that happiness? It doesn't make sense to me. It really don't. I would not say I'm happy being single. I'm content, right? I got to deal with it. For men, unless we ask someone and hopefully she says yes, we ain't getting nobody. Okay? So I'm just content. I have to deal with being alone. It's not I'm happy. I think I'm more like sad being alone, but I'm content. I have to deal with it. So I'm not going to say I'm happy because if I'm happy, if I'm literally happy being alone, right? Being alone with nobody, having no one with me, why would I want to change that happiness? I cannot understand when women say that shit. I really can't.
He's out there, look at this. And if you follow their same rhetoric, this is what you have to look forward to. Let's go ahead and get the conversation.
And yes, and this is the thing. Men see this. Men know this. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I think it's insane. What do you guys think? All right, going on with this, let's
At this point, it's because
this is another Pink Book Lessons. This is a Pink Book Lessons video that I wanted to react to. The whole topic of it, I wanted to talk about, but glad that she's talking about it so I can react to it. So let's check this video out.
Becoming more apparent that modern millennial women have completely lost their minds. Ebony K. Williams is 40 years old. I will put her on the older millennial side, but she wasted a lot of her younger years shoplifting from the mall so she could get clothes and shoes and pretend like she had it like that, attempting to get white men to like her, but they all kicked her to the curb because she's inherently obnoxious and impossible to get along with. So she's been faking it until she made it, chasing a lifestyle. Remember, she told Iyanla she wouldn't date a bus driver.
How we can create and not build when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together.
Ebony K. Williams got some.
I did a podcast. I did a separate video on that clip. Okay, so if you guys are interested in my opinion, please check that out. It's on my channel, so please check those out. Please check all my other videos out. It would be helpful, so check those out.
Random sperm donor from the donation bank, and now she's pregnant. Unbelievable. The same woman who was supposedly so high class and couldn't date a bus driver picked out some random DNA from a possible homeless man or a possible let me powder my nose baser. Because I'm sorry, any man standing in line to donate DNA for $100, $200 gotta be living a real tough, low, broke life. Either that or he's a mental nutcase. Chances are he's both. Most of them need the money just like people going to donate plasma. Everybody knows when you go up there to donate the plasma, you gotta be on your last $20 bill, your last tank of gas, your last piece of bread, your last piece of air, water, electricity, whatever. Rich people don't show up to no plasma bank or no sperm bank on a normal Monday clocking in like it's a job donating for cash.
She is so high and mighty, right? The Ebony K. Williams. So high and mighty. So like all these things, right? I want just be a bus driver. I have high standards. And yet she became a single mom. This is the thing, right? This is the insanity, the promoting of single momhood, promoting of focusing on your career, becoming a difficult woman to be with, the trauma, the walls, okay? Becoming a difficult woman, becoming a career woman, and you turn out that no man can deal with you, or at least no man that you want can deal with you, and then you just become a single mom. Your life turns into a single mom. This is what women look up to. This is what this is the role models of women. Supposedly established career woman that turns into a single mom. This is what you want to an image, right? A role model. Absolutely disgusting.
So yeah, no different from where Ebony went to. Same process. And what's even more silly about this is this woman gloating about the whole experience with People magazine, like she's conquering the world. It's embarrassing enough to go through this situation, but it's outright humiliating to do this to yourself and put yourself on the jumbotron to have all of us in your business on purpose for clout. It's very sad but true. These flamingos will do anything for clout, even get a baby from the DNA of a junkie. We have to really get into this today, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Young ladies, listen up. This one is for you. I'm here to let you know this is not normal, no matter how much society is trying to push this weird narrative 1000% out of order. Okay, so Ebony K. Williams is trying to find a way to get everybody to talk about her and get some attention. She's broadcasting all of her dumb personal decisions for people to comment on and try to wiggle her way back to the Breakfast Club. Ever since the bus driver thing, she's been itching to go viral again. This sick, egotistical witch decided she was going to craft up a baby on her own and voluntarily become a single mother because she believes she can raise a child alone and she's got the money to do it. It's funny, we're talking about the same group that supposedly educated the public, preaching that money wasn't enough for a child. Every time a father said he provided for his child monetarily, they would argue that he could still be a deadbeat and label those men as such. Many argue that it's true that money isn't enough to raise a child. The child has to have the guidance of not just a mother, but they need the leadership of a father as well. You know, balance. Something once
And that's 100% agree. I've dealt with that, right, with my baby mom. All she cared about is the money. All she cared about is the money. She don't care if I spend time with the kids or not, if I'm in the kid's life or not. All she cares is send me money, send me money. And this is the mindset of these so-called career women, so-called strong, independent women. It's absolutely disgusting. That's why these type of women are just like the banes of society.
In society before the strong, black, and independent, I don't need a man to raise no child, serial baby mamas of 1986 popped up. I'm talking about before it became a norm, especially in the black community, for children to be raised in a single-parent household led by women. Now, single mothers end up in that situation for many different reasons. But never have I ever seen so many women choosing that life for themselves and resorting to pick up strange mystery DNA. I'm sorry, this is a new level of pathetic, and I don't care how much they try to make this normal, this is weird. And very selfish too. Just because you want to be a parent doesn't mean you should be. Doesn't mean you're qualified to be. All women should not reproduce. And on the other end, all men should not reproduce. It's a lot of y'all running around, men and women, trying to make another you. You're doing the world a disservice. The planet is struggling enough with you. We don't need you times two. Reproducing more failure, more confusion, more foolishness. One thing I can say about Vivica Fox, she knew she wasn't a woman for a real relationship, for real structure. She knew that already. At least she wasn't this selfish like Ebony to go out and create a whole human being and drag them along with her. I give Vivica that, because what Ebony is doing is worse. It's absolutely crazy. Being a parent isn't about you. It's about who, ladies and gents? That's right. It's about the children. Once you bring a child into this world, and until you fully raise them to go into the world alone, your life is not your own. It's no longer about you and what you want. There are certain decisions and things you have to do for that child that you're now responsible for. And just because Ebony was too combative to get along with a man, she couldn't attract or keep a man of high quality, the men she wanted didn't want her, this is how you end up in this situation. Let's face it, all the white men said they didn't want anything to do with her anymore, so she decided she didn't need a man.
And then this is the thing, right? She's a career woman. She's still trying to make something of herself within the entertainment world. So what is your child going to be? Raised by a nanny? That's the amazing thing, right? You're going to pay someone else to raise your child. What's the point? This is, and you know what? I agree. It's just selfishness. You're doing this for your own selfish needs. You're not doing it for the child, because if you were doing it for the child, you would want that structure. You would want that child to have a father figure, not just a mother figure, and not just being raised by a nanny. It's like you would want a structured family for that child, because even that is no guarantee to produce a productive adult. So even the best case scenario for a child is no guarantee. Why make it even hard? Because this is the thing. More children raised by single moms they're more worse off, right? There are more criminals, right, that are raised by single moms than that are not. So it's just, there's a high likelihood that you could produce an unproductive adult, right? A child that has traumas, that has whatever. So why be so selfish and put a child in those kind of situations? Ridiculous.
At all. Well, this would be fine if she just stayed alone and left everybody out of it. She's not only involving a child now, but she's broadcasting this to everybody. And just because she didn't need a man doesn't mean that child doesn't need one. The way she's parading this crazy story around with People magazine talking about an exclusive, showing she's having a baby from some mystery mayonnaise, this is just a whole new level of mentally deranged. Then attempting to push this narrative to other black women to get on board and do the same thing is just outright despicable. Literally doing the devil's work. Well, Ebony K. Williams, she's having a girl, again reproducing another her. Just think of the strong masculine woman Ebony's mother raised. Now Ebony is trying to continue the tradition. Absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and get the...
And that's the thing. This is the thing where women just prove that they only repeat cycles. A single mom produce now another single mom. How likely will your child break that cycle? It's like, this is the ridiculous of women, where they don't see it that you are doing your child a disservice because you are pretty much putting your child in a cycle of toxicity, because the chances is a higher chance now that because after her mom, single mom producing her, now she is single producing another child. Another girl. The chances of her seeing this reflection, this image, as something that you could do, as something that's not a bad thing, it's fine to be a single mom. Well, that girl will also a high likelihood to repeat this cycle. So you're just creating a cycle of single momhood. The more perpetuation, right? The more celebration of single momhood, of the destruction of the nuclear family. That's the thing, right? That's the thing where I think society loves destroying the nuclear family, deteriorating the balance of the world, right? Creating more unstable, broken homes. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's insane. What do you guys think? I think it's sad, very sad. So I don't know. It is sad. It is sad. And yet these women, they cannot. They just can't think of anything else besides themselves. It's just pure selfishness. All right, so I saw this TikTok video today and I wanted to react to it. So let's check this video out.
On my way to a first date, we matched on Hinge. I know nothing besides he's good looking and Christian. This is what I'm wearing. And I'm very excited. I'm actually not nervous. I feel like I used to think first dates were so scary, but then I realized that I'm confident in who I am, and it's really just getting to know someone and deciding if you want to be around them again. So there's no nerves. I'm really hungry. That did not go well. Very nice guy. Very sweet, very handsome, very attractive, very successful. But I feel like I was just like talked at for the last 2 hours. The dinner was great, but I was just like talked at. Okay, not compatible. On to the next. On my way to a...
This is the thing with women. She looks like she's in her late 30s, if not 40s, right? Because I would probably say in her 40s. Still in the dating market. This is the thing when women understand that they want perfection. Women want perfection. They have standards that makes it unrealistic because it's perfection. Like this man has to talk how I want him to talk when I want him to talk, look how I want him to look, have a financial level of how I want him to have the morals I want him to have all this thing. It's like there's no room for, you know what? He's not perfect, but you know what? I like a lot about him. Like, there's no room for it. It has to be like, this is the thing. What is that? There was this I guess it was a story or whatever, right? Where if a woman goes into a store, like build your own man, okay? They were, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this. You know, go to a store, build your own man. Well, the first level is like 50%. No, they want to go to the next level. Next level is like 60%. No, they're gonna go like next level 70%. No, right? So next level is 80%. 80% of what you want in a man. No, not good enough. Next level is 90% of what you want in a man. Not really good enough. So they go to the next level. Next level is, oh, no man. That's it. You're done. There isn't any. While they said the reverse of that, when men go into like, you know what, they will probably stop at like 80%, 80 to 7% of what they want. This is that thing with women. Women will, just like at the end she said, on to the next one, because there's always more men, right? That's the thing. There will always be more men. But again, because they think that, oh, you know what? This man had 80% of what I like, but you know what? I think I could get better. On to the next man. They will constantly do that until, what did I say? They will be Vivica A. Fox level, 60, and still looking for a man with high, and still having high standards, right? And still looking for a man. This is the insanity of women right here, right? They don't understand the consequences of their actions, because this is why men say, pick the most in your prime, when you're your prime, right? When you're young, beautiful, and not so jaded, not so hard to deal with, not living have so much life experience, right? At that point, right? Your 20s, your 25, you know, in your early 20s, your mid 20s, pick the man that is the best you can pick, right? The man that you absolutely think that is top tier, and stay with that man. Marry that man. Because this is a problem with women. They always think it will get better. There will always be better out there. Until now you're probably in your 40s, or like Vivica in her 60s, still thinking that, oh, you know what? I could still have my high standards in my 40s, in my 60s. Because there would always be better, right? And then that's the thing. There isn't. There's going to become a time where, you know what, you're still single, still looking for a man, and you can't find better. But you know what? You've had it. This is the thing. You've had those men that you could have married, that you could have been happy with, but you chose to not deal with those men. You either chose to break up with those men, maybe even cheat on those men, maybe even divorce those men. Okay? Move on from those men. Leave those men, ghost those men, whatever. Because you always think that there could be better. And that's the insanity. So let's break this down.
First date, we matched on Hinge. I know nothing besides he's good looking and Christian. This is what I'm wearing.
That's the insanity of modern day women. I've said this before. How I view it, like him before the date. I mean, like, really like him. Get to know him. This is the insanity how women use dating now. You don't know him. You use the date to get to know him. You waste his time. You waste his effort. You waste his money. You use that time to get to know him. You use that time to like him. How about do it before the date? Don't waste each other's time. That's the thing. Don't waste each other's time. Get to know him before the date. The date, in my opinion, should be only where you confirm that, you know what, I actually really like this man. Right? I actually really like this girl. The date should be only to confirm that I really like this person. Like I already know that, oh, that they work this, they like that, this is their hobby, or the past like this, that. Like I know the person. And you know what? I like everything about it already. The date is just like, you know what, to confirm that there's a bit of physical chemistry. Right? That, you know what? I like his personality already. There's like already like 70-80% there in a sense, right? 70% there. Now the date, I'm gonna get maybe the 10 to 20% or the extra. So that's the thing. No, I know that he's a Christian. That's it, or something like that. Or I know his job, and now I'm going on a date. You don't know this man, and then you're wasting your time, his effort, his money to go on this date.
And I'm very excited. I'm actually not nervous. I feel like I used to think first dates were so scary, but then I realized that I'm confident in who I am, and it's really just getting to know someone and deciding if you want to be around them again. So there's no nerves. I'm really hungry. That did not go well. Very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Very sweet, very handsome, very attractive, very successful. But I feel like
He's nice, good looking, successful. It's like seriously, like women want to, like, this is the thing. Women want like the movie romance right off the gate of the bat. They want perfection already, right? He has to talk how, this is the thing. This man is already like top tier already, right? In this woman's eyes. Good, he's a good man. He's handsome, successful. It's like, this is the absolute insanity of this.
it's just like talked at for the last 2 hours. The dinner was great.
Talked at? Did you not? What does that even mean? He's just talking to you? I mean, were you? It's like, this is the problem. Women show zero effort in dating. Women put zero effort. They don't even, like, supposedly women are such great communicators. How about, you know what, talk to him like, bro, or actually just say, make it known, like I don't know, like, move the conversation differently. If he's talking to you, how, like, here's the thing with, I've been in dates with women where they say nothing. They say nothing. They don't ask you questions. They don't really make any effort in the conversation, right? Or move the conversation along. So what does that mean? I have to do it. I have to make conversation, move the conversation along, ask questions, actually put in the effort. And this is the problem with a lot of women. They put no effort in. And they expect the man to do everything. Right? Make the conversation interesting, move the conversation rightly, be very socially calibrated, be very charming. It's like, seriously, because you put in the effort. Did you ask him any questions? Did you actually move the conversation along? But no. He just talked to her. He was talking. He was talking to her. Talk that is just, it's like, what? Talk that? It's absolutely insane. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
Great. But I was just like talked at. Okay, not compatible. On to the next.
Only women, right, have the luxury of, oh, I have plenty of options. On to the next option. It's just like, how about actually take the time out and actually get to know the person, talk to the person, communicate correctly with the person. No. He talked to me or talk at me. It's like, whatever. I mean, But then this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Women always think, oh, I will continue to find attractive men, successful men, nice men, right? There are plenty of men like that out there. Plenty. And they're all attracted to me. So I will have plenty of men like that to talk to go on dates with. And that's the thing with women, where women perceive options are endless. Well, if you've seen the Vivica A. Fox one video, they're not. 60 is still on the dating market. I've done Kendra G videos of women in their late ages still looking for a man. And I see this woman going through the same problem. That's the thing, where women don't listen. They think that options are endless. They think that if this man is not perfect, the next man should be. If the next man isn't, then so on and so on. I will continue to do this until I can find the perfect man. The man that has everything. Because here's the thing. Let's wipe out all that, right? He's not good looking. He's average looking. He just has a job, not successful. But he communicates you beautifully. It will still be not compatible, right? Women do that shit. It's just like, you can't pick. I mean, like, it's like, what do you want? Perfection is ridiculous. Yeah. What do you guys think? This is a weird frame to stop on, but I saw this video and I thought it was, you know what? I thought it was interesting to talk about. So let's react to this video.
I'm getting absolutely flamed on the comment section of my last video. I made a video talking about texts that men have sent me dating in New York. 2 of the text messages are from guys asking me to Venmo them after dates. I want to make my dating philosophy abundantly clear. I personally think whoever asked, which in all of these cases were men that I met before in person, should pay after the date. However, I always think that women should do the little reach for their wallet. This is what I always do. I think it's just a nice little dance that men and women play with each other. The woman reaches, the man says, oh no, I've got it. I dated in New York for over a year, and I feel like most men are willing to play this dance with me. I haven't felt the need to ask outright. Sometimes they'll swat their hand, tell me to put the wallet away. And I take that as meaning that I'm good. As shown by those texts though, I have had the experience where a guy will request me after a date. But this has only ever happened if I've expressed to the guy that I'm not interested in seeing them again. Again, this is just my personal philosophy. I'm curious what you guys think.
So,
I'm getting
so she's shown text that men requesting Venmo. So half of the money that they spend on the date. Here's something that women don't understand. Money doesn't grow on trees. You don't value men's money because it's nothing to you, because it's not your money and you get to use it. So women don't value men's money. But this is the thing, men are fed up with that shit. You don't value men's time and effort. This is a lot of women. Women think that their time is worth more than men's. And that's fed up. No. Right? That is absolutely ridiculous. Your time is not worth more than any other person's time. No. And the effort, right, which women put what effort, right? What effort? His effort is worth a lot because he's putting an effort in to impress you, to get to know you, to be with you. You know, it's worth something. It's worth something to him. And then it's not valued, right? Then of course he wants something back. And the best he can have is his money back. Right? I mean, let's break this down a little.
Absolutely flamed on the comment section of my last video. I made a video talking about texts that men have sent me dating in New York. 2 of the text messages are from guys asking me to Venmo them after dates. I want to make my dating philosophy abundantly clear. I personally think whoever asked, which in all of these cases were men that I met before in person, should pay after the date. However, I always think that women should do the little reach for their wallet. This is what I always do. I think it's just a nice little dance that men and women play with each other. The woman reaches, the man says, "Oh no, I've got it."
It's a stupid game. I honestly think it's a stupid game because women don't expect men. I mean, women do not expect to pay. They don't think that they will pay. So really, it's a stupid game. It don't, because like, here's the thing: you are playing games with a man, and that is no. You shouldn't be playing games. So I think it's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. This game of faking. You're gonna take out. I'll pay half, or we'll go Dutch. I'll pay. Faking that shit is like, why? Why would you fake it? Right? It's ridiculous. It's a stupid game.
I dated in New York for over a year, and I feel like most men are willing to play this dance with me. I haven't felt the need to ask outright. Sometimes they'll swat their hand, tell me to put the wallet away. And I take that as meaning that I'm good. As shown by those texts though, I have had the experience where a guy will request me after a date. But this has only ever happened if I've expressed to the guy that I'm not interested in seeing them again.
So she said the times that the man wanted money for the date, right, is when she pretty much said that she's not interested in him. Okay, well, yeah, that means you wasted his money for what? What does he pay for? Your time? Your time is not worth anything when there's no, you're not getting anything out of it. So that's why it's like, I agree. You should pay the men back because you are wasting men's time, their effort, and their money. For what? For what? It's like women don't understand. Men have to work for money. That's maybe surprising to women. You have to work to earn that money. So that money is just not there for you to, take when you want to have a dinner experience. So really, if you are not interested in the man, why take his man? This is the thing where, again, women are selfish in that. They don't care about men's time, effort, nor money. So really, if a man spent money on her, she don't care, right? Women don't care that men spend money on them and get nothing out of it. Because these men got nothing out of it besides waste the night and less in their pockets. That's the insanity of women, the selfishness of women. And this right here is what created the whole 50-50 talk, right? The whole going half on dates, the coffee dates. This created coffee dates right here. I'm saying this ideology, this attitude, this way of thinking created coffee dates where men are fed up. Men are fed up. If you will, and then she's good looking. So most likely these men take her on fancy dates, maybe expensive dates where you guys spend 100, 200, 300, whatever, right? 3-star restaurants, whatever the restaurant is, right? And they get nothing. There's no return on investment. You're not even getting a second date out of that. So men see that, you know what? F that. Why am I spending hundreds of dollars, wasting my time, my effort, and getting nothing out of it? I should just this is the thing, right? This is why men say F it and say, like, let's just do a coffee date. Just get to know me then. If you want to say no, that you're not interested anymore, well, I'd rather you do that when I spent really nothing, right? There was no money. That's the equality, right? He's not really spending anything. Maybe a cup of coffee, $6, right? On maybe himself, right? You buy your own coffee, he bought his own coffee, or you buy your own drink, he bought his own drink. We sit there and we just talk and get to know each other and see if you actually want to go on an actual date. You actually like the guy, and then you actually want to go on a date because you like the guy. So in his mind that, oh, you know what? She actually likes me and wants to take it to the next level. So that means I will most likely He had a second date. So I'm not wasting my money for nothing. This is why the coffee date has been created. This is why low investment dates have been created. The walks, an ice cream date, coffee date, drink date. Right? This is why those dates have been so popular nowadays, because this is what men have to deal with for years. Right? Paying for dates that women will not even want to see you again afterwards. I've gone on dozens, like so many dates, right? Where after it, I don't see the girl again. And it's not by my choice. She's not interested anymore. Well, so I had to spend that money to get the same results. Like, spend money to still be alone. I'd rather not spend that money at all and then just have her tell me that, oh, I'm not interested. So get to know me and just say you're not interested. Wait, like it skips it skips all the BS, and it skips like where I'm less in my pocket. But no, women don't care. Women don't care about men's time, effort, or money because it's nothing to them. And this is the consequences of their actions, where men have changed their attitude. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, if you want a nice restaurant, well, take yourself. But we will go on a coffee date first, or a drink date, or a low investment date, just to get to know each other, to see that you actually like me and want to continue this. And that's the thing. That's the consequences. All this talk of, you hear 50-50, you hear the coffee dates, you hear all this shit. That is the consequences of women's actions. Years of shit like this, where women play these games that they fake paying for the date. These games where, after the date they're not interested anymore. Well, that's the consequences. Men see this, know this, and dealt with this. They've changed their attitude on it. That's the thing where a lot of women don't understand how the dating market is. That is the consequences of women's actions, not men. Because in all honesty, women have actually the more power in the dating market. So they're the ones who have created the status quo of how the dating market is, right? Whatever within the dating market, all the ideology, all the topics, all the talking points that you hear in the dating market, that is the consequences of women's actions. That's the thing. So that's why this is purely disgusting. This is why, for myself, my standard, my boundary is always low investment dates. I ain't going on a date where I'm paying more than 50, more than 100. No. For two people, I'm paying more than 100. So, and sometimes I even go low as I'm not paying more than 60 for two people. So, yeah. And you know what? This is the thing. I'd rather, spend less and still get the same results than spend more and still get the same results. Because I think it's ridiculous that if a woman have to judge you on how much you spend on a date to actually date you more or get another date with you, she's not really interested in you. She's interested in using you until she can't use you anymore. That's the thing. So, yeah. How much you spend on a date would not determine if she's interested in you or not. Not really. It just determines how long she will use you until she can't use you anymore. So, yeah, the absolute ridiculous of it. But yeah, what do you guys think? All right, I think it was a good live. I usually try to go about an hour and 40. So, I think it was a good live. Hopefully you guys like it. Wednesdays live, I'm thinking about doing I like to listen to these Reddit stories, right? This is, I guess, kind of like a preview of it, or preview of it, where I'm probably gonna do like a stream where I'm just listening to Reddit stories and just listen to them, react to them. But it's not like videos like this. It's just Reddit stories. because Reddit stories are what got me into the whole manosphere, because listening to men's stories is what got me feeling and thinking how I feel, right? Where I want to support, I feel bad, sympathy for the struggles of men. And that's because of all the stories other men share, right? That's why I like sharing my own stories, right? My own hardships. You know, I try to keep it an open book, right? So you guys know my life just as well, right? That's what I want to do. And I'm probably going to do Wednesday stream. I'm just pretty much just listening to Reddit stories. So if you think that's cool, please check that out. If you don't, it's cool. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I think it was a good night, good live. Alvy, you are amazing. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for the support that you've given me. You're number one, right? You are a brother through and through, right? So you are the man. But yeah, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for checking out my other videos. But yeah, I think that's a good live. Hopefully you guys like it. Check out my other videos. So later, guys. That's it. Bro, you're amazing, Alvy. You are amazing. So thank you for all your support. Have a good night, bro. And have a good night,